speed of approximately 2.9 by 10 to the 5 kilometers per second. How many kilometers will the light travel in 8 minutes? Express your answer to form A by to the power of 10. Zooming. Now, I'm going to have to multiply this number by what do you reckon? It's in kilometers per second. So how many seconds in 8 minutes? 8 multiplied by 60? 480. So I'm going to have to go to science mode on my calculator, I believe. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to do shift, setup, science mode 0. Yes. Oh yeah, that's a very valid point. And what we're going to do next is we're going to enter in what's this? My calculator's blocking. We're going to enter in 2.9 by 10 to the what? 5, right? So 2.9 multiply by 10 to the power of 5, and then we're going to multiply that by 480, and what do you get? 1.392 by 10 to the power of 8, yep. 1.392 by 10 to the power of 8. A is between 1 and 10, would you agree with that? That's your A value. And your N value is a natural number, which means it's any positive number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that okay? All right, awesome. Move on. Okay. 21. A train traveled at 168 kilometers at an average speed of 112 kilometers an hour. It then traveled 45 minutes for an average speed of 100 kilometers an hour. Calculate the following: the total distance traveled. Well, I traveled 168 kilometers in the first part, and then the second part should be 0 hours 45 minutes multiplied by 100, or 3/4 of an hour, isn't it? So everybody be happy with 75 kilometers plus 168 kilometers, which will give me 243 kilometers. Awesome. The total distance traveled is 243 kilometers. How do I get the total time? I need the time from the first part of the journey, which is 168 divided by 112. That's my T1. So 168 divided by 112. Three hour 2, otherwise known as 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay. 1 hour 30 minutes plus 45 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, so far this is pretty easy, isn't it? What's the time for the full journey? Average speed for the full journey. What's the total distance? 243. What's the total time? So do 243 over 2 hours and 15 minutes. Or some of you might try 243 over 2.25. Or some of you might try 243 over 2 1/4. All of them are the same. I don't want it as, I want it in decimals because, oh sorry, speed. So you can't have speed in hours and minutes. So if you were to use this button here, if you use that button there, oh wait, shift, setup, normal 108 kilometers an hour. Did you? Yeah, good, yeah. Okay, Owen did a thing where he just added the two speeds together and divided by 2. Now, that doesn't work. That only works when you spend equal times at the same speeds. So example would be, if there's a scenario where I ran 10 kilometers an hour for half an hour, and then I ran 15 kilometers an hour for half an hour, yeah? The average there would be 12.5 because I spend equal time at both of them. This would be 5 kilometers ran, and this would be 7.5 kilometers ran. That'd be 12.5 kilometers in 1 hour. What happens if I only spent 1 minute at 10 kilometers an hour, and I spent the remaining 59 minutes at 15 kilometers an hour? The average wouldn't be 12.5. It'd be a lot higher. It'd be just under the 15 mark. So you gotta be careful. You can't just add them together and divide by 2. Only if the times are the same. Okay. Yes. Distance divided by speed gives you the time. Okay, that's what we did over here. Distance divided by speed. See up here? That's distance divided by speed. So that gave us the time for the first part of the journey. Okay, graph question. Graph questions, all the rage. Now, I'm doing this with my first years in science at the moment. Okay. Now this is a distance time graph. Okay. Can anybody tell me what happens when it goes flat? The graph goes flat. It stops moving. If that was a velocity time graph and you go flat, it's constant velocity. Okay. Jack's time to complete a journey of 8 kilometers. What do we reckon? Now, here's the cheat. How many blocks is there in between 10 and 15? 5 blocks is worth 15. How much is 1 block worth? How many blocks am I behind 15? I'm 3 blocks behind 15, okay? So 15, 18, 21, 24. I'd say that's 24 for me. Remember, we can be on or off slightly. What about the next one? 12 kilometers? You alright, Alan? Come on. 2 blocks below 45. So 45 take away 6. 39. Only for this graph, isn't it? Because 5 blocks is worth 15, yeah? Another graph, 5 blocks wouldn't be worth 15. The distance Jack was cycling in 17 minutes. Oh man, 17 minutes is hard to get, isn't it? Each block is worth 3. I think, do we have to use the graph? We can do it 2 ways. Do you know when the leaving cert, do you know when the junior cert exam where it says use the graph? Do you know what I do? I use my calculator anyway, and then just match it up into the graph, the answer into the graph. So I'll give you an example. Okay, would everybody agree for the first section of the course? Would everybody agree that we're definitely going? Would everybody agree that we're definitely going the initial speed of 20 kilometers an hour? Yeah. Now 20 kilometers an hour for 17 minutes. Yeah. Would you agree with that? 20 kilometers an hour. I'm going to make a mistake. I want you to tell me what my mistake is. 20 kilometers an hour by 17. Yes. No. Distance multiplied by speed multiplied by time. Yes.
Didn't you put 0?
I did 34 hours. Oh, sorry, I did 17 hours, not 17 minutes. Now I'm doing 0 hours and 17 minutes. That's roughly a distance of. You can't have distance as. You can't have your distance as 5 hours and 40 minutes. You agree with that? You press the change button. 5.67 kilometers. Is that okay with you guys? 5.6 or 5.7? That's precise, isn't it? Now look at this. I'm going to rig this for my question here. Where do you think 17 is? I think that's 18. So 17 is just before it. It's very hard to gauge, isn't it? And then I come up, I hit it, and then I go across. But I already know the answer, don't I? I know the answer from my calculator, correct? So what do you think the answer is? Let's just call it 5.7. Are we cool with that? Yeah, I get that. You can only be as accurate as your graph. But because I sort of cheated a little bit, didn't I? I sort of did something they didn't tell me to do. But in an exam, would they be able to tell? No. So 5.7 it is. Look. Yeah, there's what's it? It's a 4 blocks worth 1, is it? So each one's worth 2.5. 2. Sorry, what's it? Oh, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. Yeah, I got you. Okay. No, you're correct way of doing it. Now, lads, each block, yeah, each block is worth 0.5, so that'd be just over 5.5, which would either be 5.6 or 5.7. But look, we can see we're all pretty damn accurate, can't we? Okay. Now, 51 minutes. How would I achieve for 51 minutes if I had to? No, you're not allowed to do that because it changes speed after 30 minutes. Would you agree with that? Well, dark art zone, I like to get 100%. So I'm going to show you a little trick here. He does 20 kilometers an hour for the first 30 minutes. You don't have to do it this way. Owen's completely correct. So I'll show you what Owen would do. Owen would go to 51 minutes. That's 48. Actually, in this one, you don't have to do anything, do you? Because it lands on 51 perfectly, doesn't it? And the answer would be 15 kilometers. Okay, let me show you another way of doing it. 20 kilometers multiplied by 30 minutes. Everybody agree with that? And how long are you traveling for? 51 minutes. So that means you have to add on the 15 kilometers you spent at how many minutes? 0 hours and 21 minutes. Do you see what I'm doing there? Now look, what do you expect to get in this answer? We should get the same answer Owen told us to do. What did you tell us to do again, Owen? We should get what? 15, is it? Yeah. And look, that's the difference. Graphs can sometimes give inaccuracies while calculations are always 100% accurate. Did everybody get that? Or close to 100% accurate. It's just over 15 as it turns out. 15.25. 15 would still get you full marks, but it is 15.25. Shows you I made a tiny error. So if you're in business or you're in science, these tiny errors are unacceptable. You need to be able to do the calculations. But regards junior cert, if you're within a certain range, you get full marks. And it does say use the graph, doesn't it? So what I'm doing here is just, if I have a bit of extra time, I'll check my answers. Okay? Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Hey, now it says the answer for 38 part B for 12 kilometers is 38 minutes. Would you agree with that? We got 39, didn't we? I'm going to show you a little, once again, just a little, maybe a little cheat here, right? No, can we do it? No, we can't. Time, is it? All right. You know the first 30 minutes is spent doing what? The first 30 minutes is spent at 15 kilometers an hour. Would you agree with that? So that the first 30 minutes is spent at 20 kilometers an hour. Would you agree with that? Yeah. So therefore, this point here is the point. What's it? 30-10. What does 30-10 mean? You travel 30 kilometers in 10 minutes. Whoa! No. In 30 minutes, you traveled 10 kilometers. Opposite way around this time, right? Go with that? Yeah. Now you're asked how much time you spent traveling how long did it take you to travel 12 kilometers? Would you agree with that? So would you agree that's an extra 2 kilometers? So 2 kilometers divided by 15 kilometers, yeah? Happy enough with that? 2 kilometers divided by 15 kilometers an hour, because you're going to do the next 2 kilometers at 15 kilometers an hour. So you could do something like this. 2 divided by 15. Shift fact, that's an extra 8 minutes. 8 minutes added on to your initial 30 minutes, 38 minutes. You won't get deducted for 39, but I'm just showing you there are ways to check your answers, isn't there? That's what I'm saying, precision, right? All right, guys, that's me, over and out.